How's it going, everybody? Smoking Cigars with Howlinblind Slim. I just did a video just a few minutes ago, and I wasn't too happy with the way it turned out, quality, sound-wise. Camera kept shutting off and all that good stuff. So that is why I am in the middle, or not really in the middle, but I smoked a little bit of it. Partagas Black Magnifico. It's a great cigar. Here on the 6th of May, Sicko-De Sicko. Sicko-De Sicko. Sicko-De mayo. There it is. Sicko-De mayo. It's sick. Here's what I got to talk about, and then I started up, and then I'm gonna start over again. First off, here's what I want you to do. Got a homework assignment for you, folks. I want you to get on your computers. I know you have one, because if you didn't have one, you wouldn't be watching this video. And I want you to do some research. You got to do this for yourself. I want you to look up Federal Reserve Bank. Wikipedia is excellent on this. Look up Federal Reserve Bank. You got to know what the Federal Reserve Bank is. You've got to know what the IRS is, and you got to know how money works. I watched a movie last night, Donnie Darko, and the actor in the movie, he's a good actor. I can't think of his name. He was in That Thing You Do. But it was about Dukakis, and owing money to the federal government. And he said something about, I don't want to see all my money being owed or going to the federal government. And that's how the American people, I believe, majority, has got this whole money thing figured out. We owe money to the federal government, and we get money from the federal government, which is not true. Sure I will. Heard a guy in the background holler, "Please explain that to me, Howlinblind Buddy Slim, 60-minute Jelly Belly Toe Jam Man, named after your good buddy, your namesake, Mr. Gary Burbank." Yes, I will do that for you. Thank you for asking. Here's how it works. There is a factory of money. They take raw material and they print up money. The name of this factory is called the Federal Reserve Bank. They are a private business, a private sector bank who has cut a deal with the federal government that no one can ask them, "What the hell are you up to?" Every other business has to meet certain federal regulations. The Federal Reserve Bank does not. But they are not a part of the government. They are a private bank. You got to find this out, folks. Find it out for yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Okay? The government goes to this bank and says, "Would you loan us some money?" And they say, "Sure. What is your collateral?" And the federal government says, "The collateral is the American people." "How will this loan be paid back?" they say. "They will pay you an income tax once a month. The payments will be paid once a month through your collection agency." Do you have a collection agency? Well, yes, we do, says the Federal Reserve. They're called the IRS. The IRS is no more anything than just a collection agency. They collect money from the American people to pay on a loan our federal government made. The Federal Reserve also loans money to banks. And all this is at interest, folks, at interest. That means money is, for every dollar, there's interest due. So we don't get our money from the federal government. We get our money from that manufacturing plant called the Federal Reserve Bank. And that's who we owe our money to. We do not owe any money to the federal government. If the federal government coined and printed money at no interest according to the Constitution, and I know that makes me sound like a right-wing radical to say the Constitution, I believe in the Constitution, then let it be. I don't give a fuck. Our forefathers fought, bled, fought Britain for our independence, and they wrote the Constitution, most wise document I've ever seen in my life. I've read it a couple times, and I guess I can understand why the guys in Washington have a hard time abiding by it, because it is kind of hard to understand, but it's plain and simple. But if that was the case, then we would not even owe an income tax. We would not owe anything, because money that's printed at no interest, there's no money due back on it. The only time you would owe it is if you did actually borrow it, and somebody said, oh, I'll loan you $1, but you got to pay me $1.50 back. You know, we have to do it, and we didn't get any of it. And that brings me to my next point. Our barter system, our money system, I hate money. I hate the money system. I hate the way it works, because it is wrong. It is designed to make us fail as an American people. It is designed to make us fail. It is designed with bankruptcy in mind, and is designed with bank loan defaults, foreclosures, car loan defaults. All that is designed into the plan. Because if $1 million is loaned but $1.5 million is owed back, how are you going to pay back that $1.5 million? If all money comes from one place, and that's where you get the money, but by getting that money to pay them back, okay, you see, you got a rich brother-in-law, and he gives you $100, but you got to pay him $150 back, and the only place you get money is from your brother-in-law. How are you going to pay that $150 back? You got to borrow another $100 to pay him $150, and now you owe him $200, and etc. Get my point. We need to get back to the old barter system, the old trading money, honey, to get your shoes fixed. You know, I have a skill that I will do for this bag of potatoes, or you know, To Kill a Mockingbird. Atticus Finch took vegetables as payment for lawyer duties he did. But here's the point. We let the government loan money or give money to AIG and the auto agencies, and now Bank of America wants another $35 million to balance their books. These are companies that will run incompetently, folks. But we said, okay, go ahead and give them the money, borrow the money and put us up for collateral. We'll pay it back, blah, 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 because we're going to get a $1,000 tax cut, which was going to equal anywhere from $7 to $17 a week more in your paycheck. And now the IRS says not everybody is going to get that money back, and if you got it, you might owe it back to us. Ha, ha, ha. Get up off your asses, folks. I joke around a lot, but I'm serious about this, and I'm passionate about this. It is time to wake up. Get